One of the questions I asked Peter is, you know, what's it like designing for women when you're not one? And what are the problems and what are the differences? Because obviously Peter does do menswear as well, but he's more known for his women's wear.
Yeah.
And we talked about bosoms.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't have, you know, first of all he said, you know, I realised when I first started doing women that women have hips, but they don't want the hips.
Yeah.
And then they have bosoms and they have these things, and what are they? And I'm intrigued to know for you, you're a woman who has bosoms, a bottom, hips, but men don't. And so how is your approach? I know you've always worked in menswear, but do you then have to think like a man?
It's really interesting. I think from an early age, I got the understanding, you know, about which side does a man dress and all of that kind of malarkey. And on each of our trousers, we have this interior piece of fabric called a French bearer, which holds basically the trouser in place and keeps it very taut and slim fitting. And also, even though men don't have hips as such like a woman or whatever, there is a waist there and it is to be considered. And you know, they have a thigh. A lot more of a thigh than we do, and you know that has to be taken into the construction of the trouser. And you know, and equally your client base, because I know I've said this before, that I didn't really want to isolate anyone as such. And you know, so from your ruddy farmer who has your rugby player who has a whopping thigh to your average, you know, model that walks our shows who has nothing. You know, trying to find the balance. And yeah, you know, the form is very different. You know, it's a really interesting thing, even with the consumers who I know who buy the collection now. In this particular collection that we just put out for for autumn winter 13, I did this kind of panelling, and some of which came to the front, which kind of split the jacket up. So it had like a kind of horizontal kind of panelling, and I was very conscious of the fact that some men who are maybe a little bit conscious of their form may feel like they're being split in half because it's drawing attention. So of course you do, and then there are other aspects of the collection that really emphasise the form, you know, in the shoulder, etc. So I'm very aware of that. Mainly, a lot of my personal, you know, close friends are male, not intentionally. I love women, but a lot of my closest and nearest are lovely, lovely men who love clothes. And having that thrown at you 24/7, even from oh God, you know, I can't find a shirt that's kind of wide enough across, or you know, or so-and-so makes these shirts, but they're too slim across, you know, across their guns or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. It's something that I've just picked up, and being aware of that, you know, obviously is really, really important.